the chest pains that you would randomly have, the anxiety, the heartburn, okay? The weird pulse beating fast that you would sometimes get, that was all spell work. This individual, that heart attack magic they were trying to do, it backfired. It backfired so bad, and now they're in the hospital. They have to eat that hospital food. This individual almost died. Okay, this individual was rushed to the ER. The reason this was happening was because somebody was trying to give you a heart attack. This is somebody that's going to be pulling on your energy very hard these next few days, next few weeks, because they are on a hospital bed. They still have to await some type of procedure, but instead they want to be angry because they love you. Doing this foo-foo, this spell work, wanted you gone. But oh, how the tables have turned. Chest pains that you would randomly have, the anxiety, the heartburn, okay? The weird pulse beating fast that you would sometimes get, that was all spell work. And you may have gone to the doctor, right? Gone to a cardiologist to make sure that everything was good and whatnot, and they told you everything's fine, or maybe you're in the process of going, right? Just to be safe, right? Just to double check everything, because whoever I'm speaking to, you were having these weird heart pain, heart cramps. Sometimes it wasn't near your heart, it was near your shoulder. Other times it was more like near your rib area. Other times you were feeling it like in your neck, almost like it was a second pulse, and you would wake up with the pillow shaking and whatnot. Like the pillow would be shaking, or it felt like the pillow was shaking for some of you. Like some of you dealt with all of it, some of you dealt with a few things. But the real reason this was happening was because somebody was trying to give you a heart attack. Somebody here was doing black magic to send you off to the heavens, send you up to the sky. So if you were having like this rage or this sudden anxiety, this panic attack where you felt like you couldn't breathe and whatnot, okay, that's how you know this reading is yours for certain. If you went through anything that I just described, okay, it was all spell work. Of course, do double check with your health professional, but it was all spell work. It was all black magic. It was somebody here trying to do a heart attack spell. So we're going to get into this somebody here that was toxic, or still is toxic. Let's look at the tarot. Let's look at the tarot here. We have toxicity. Look, literally in this read, I'm going to start wheezing. And I haven't wheezed at all, like in none of these days. But maybe that's what somebody here got as well. Somebody could have gotten asthma. Okay, somebody could have had to get their inhaler, the nebulizer, and whatnot. But let's see here. What do you have to say about this, Spirit? What do you have to say? The Ten of Cups and the Three of Swords. Look at that. Look at this. Look how he is putting the stake through her chest. And the Ten of Cups here. Somebody is angry, okay? This individual is angry because they're in love with you. They're in love with you and they don't like that. They don't like that they feel these feelings towards you, okay? This is like some type of false twin or a karmic soulmate. This is somebody that's evil. You will know if this reading is for you or not, but this is somebody that's evil as all hell. And this individual, they wanted you to suffer and whatnot. They wanted you to finally be dealt with. Okay, this individual is not a good person at all. This is somebody that's not good. Okay, there's nothing redeemable about this individual. There is nothing. When I tell you there is nothing, it's like zero zip. Nada, like they're not a good person. They do not have a good spirit. And they're not going up to heaven when they leave this world. Okay, I just have to say that. Their sins go way past heaven. Their sins, the sins that this individual has committed, the spiritual crimes, it like transcends past heaven. Like it transcends out into the cosmos, out to the edges of the universe where matter still has not been created. Like that's how evil and cruel this individual is. And this man or this woman, they did this, but the blowback is here. Clarify, Spirit. Clarify. I'm telling you, the blowback is here for this. Four of Cups and the Seven of Swords. Forced to eat that hospital food. Look how she's sitting there. She doesn't want to eat. She doesn't want to touch nothing. That's what's going on. I'm telling you, this individual, Seven of Swords, they don't want anybody to know that they are in the hospital. And they have tried. You see how she's looking over? And there's those two people walking. You see that? This individual, that heart attack magic they were trying to do, it backfired. It backfired so bad, and now they're in the hospital. They have to eat that hospital food. This individual almost died. Okay, this individual was rushed to the ER. I did a previous reading on this energy, but it's coming up again because I'm really getting something like you were having weird sensations in your chest area. And of course, go to a professional, get it looked at. But I'm 90% certain, reading the cards, that this was magic. This was magic this person was doing. And that spell word backfired. It backfired so bad. This individual, they fainted while they were out doing something. And they started spazzing out. They started, cap cut notification, cut, cut, cut. You see, Jehovah said, cut, no, cut, stop, because this individual was doing too much. This individual was doing way too much. They were doing too much, doing all of this and more. So when they were out grocery shopping, they were out at the gym, or they were, at the amusement park, at the fair. Some of you could have even been at the beach or near the park or something. This individual's going to collapse and they're going to start spazzing out on the floor, having like a seizure or something. And people are going to be running over, like somebody performed CPR and whatnot. But the issue was that this individual, they had like some type of heart attack, seizure combination, like they could not sit still. And in their mind, they were trying so hard to sit still because they could comprehend. They could still comprehend, like they could see the people around them, the people trying to get the defibrillate or whatever, or the person trying to, hold them still so that they could perform CPR, so they could start doing the compressions and whatnot. But it's like they could not control their body. Like they started flailing all over the place, biting their tongue really hard, and then they passed out and the ambulance came. Okay, they had to load this individual up. They had to put like a bunch of different stuff on this individual. IVs, everything, a feeding tube. This individual could have been even brain dead or something. I don't know. There's a lot of weirdness with this. Like they could have literally passed or they're in the process of passing. But this is why this happened. This is why they went through this. This is why, confirmation, they almost passed at the hospital. because they were doing this because they are angry. And I don't get it. I don't understand why they don't just move on with their life. All they have to do is just move on with their life, forget about you. That's all it is. It's very easy. It's very easy. They just have to move on. Forget about you. Like they don't need to. But instead, they want to be angry because they love you. And they don't like that. They don't like that they have all these feelings towards you because you're not toxic. You're boring in a good way, right? Like you're not trying to go out and pop bottles and have like these threesomes, these foursomes, these fivesomes with whoever and popping bottles, doing drugs. Like that's what this individual is into. Or drinking, like they're into like this some excessive karmic behavior. Confirmation. And so right now this individual's at the hospital. After they tried doing this to you, they've been trying to sneak out of the hospital. But in some places you can't just leave. This individual is going to need like some type of device, is what the doctor is telling them. I don't know if for some of you this person is going to need like a pacemaker or something. I heard something here about stents, so they may have to do some type of surgery here. There's something here about a very weak artery, excessive cholesterol as well. This individual has tried to sneak out of the hospital 4 times, but they can't. Not until everything is finalized will they be cleared to leave. So they've just been laying there in their misery. 2 of Cups and the Temperance. And, well, they're still in love with you. Still in love with you. Still obsessed as ever. Wanting your love, wanting your affection, your energy. Missing you. And it's like just a huge shock because all of this hatred that this individual was trying to send your way and trying to really spill out into the ethers. Like, what was the point of all of this? Like, what was the point? What was the point of them doing this incredible black magic to get rid of you, only for it to backfire and get rid of them? And then they're still in love with you, or they still have feelings towards you. This is a very broken person. This is somebody that needs to heal. This is somebody that's going to be pulling on your energy very hard these next few days, next few weeks, because they are on a hospital bed. They still have to await some type of procedure. Some of you, they could have even been transferred to a whole nother state, a whole nother country, where there were better medical professionals available to handle the situation that they went through. So it's like they're in solitude, literally. And the doctors want to monitor this person's status. But it's like this individual, all they can do really is watch TV, use the toilet. They have to walk very, very slow. Some of you, I don't even think they can use the toilet. Some of you, they have like a catheter or something. Or they've been given diapers. I don't know. Some of you, this person lost function in certain parts of their body, or they can't really control their body like that. And confirmation, my throat chakra, and it's like health associates and whatnot are helping them, are doing some type of rehab, physical therapy, right? So, but this individual damn near died. Like, what on earth were they doing? Five of Pentacles. They're saying that this man or this woman may not be able to leave the hospital until the holidays, until around Christmas time. Okay, notice all the snow. Notice the church. But this is the read, y'all. They tried to do that heart attack spell on you and it backfired. Any final remarks? Justice, I'm telling you. Justice was served. And look how she's dressed as a nurse. Like this individual over there, you know, in the emergency in the hospital, and like they want to leave. Five of Pentacles. They want to leave. They don't want to be here. The nurse and the doctors, they have to be very hard on this person. Like, you're not going anywhere. Sit down. Don't try to sneak out again. You know, like confirmation, my throat chakra. This individual, they can't go nowhere. They stuck there for the next 2 months. They want to mope around and be angry, but they really need to be grateful that Jehovah didn't just take them up to the sky. Like, this individual is very ungrateful. You see, this individual is very nasty. This is a nasty and hateful person. They're so full of hate. So full of hate. What is with this hatred? You know, why are they so angry? Who are they angry at? Themselves? God? You know, like, why? So they're sitting there the whole day, miserable as all hell, but they need to be grateful that they're still alive after doing this dumb foolishness, this recklessness. They need to be grateful. You know, like this individual this is a narcissist. This is more than a narcissist. Yeah, the spirit's saying yes, Ace of Wands to Hermit. Look, this individual passed away for a few seconds, and an old man on the other side, possibly their grandpa or great grandfather, or even their actual father, told them, like, look, it's not your time. You can't come back here. You don't belong here. You need to go back. And then before this individual knew it, they were already back. In extreme pain, in extreme distress, laying there on the bed, being tormented day and night by the demons that they could have summoned to work with them to do this to y'all. But as we all know, demons never hold their promises. We never work with demons because they don't honor their word. They have no honor nor integrity. There's no guarantee that working with a demon will bring any kind of promise, ever, because it's just in their nature to be deceptive, to be evil, and to betray. This individual really thought demons and black magic was going to help them do this, and now they have lost everything. Laying there in a bed, rotting away, ain't doing nothing. Trying to watch TV, trying to use their phone, but literally can't do squat. And all because of this recklessness, because they're mad that they love you. Make it make sense. You know, like, I don't even know how that makes sense. But that's what I get from this. they did this because they're angry that they're in love with you. And they can't get rid of the feeling. So they thought if they did some type of heart chakra, heart attack, spell work, that it would sever whatever feelings they had there between the two of you. Like they felt like there was some type of deep love or deep bond there. And they felt like it was connected through the heart chakra. So it was this energy of like, well, if they get rid of you through this way, then the tie will be severed for good. That there is no tie, and this individual's just obsessed with you. But this is the blowback, and this is what they get. And they're not going to be out of there until the holidays if they're lucky. Two of Wands and the King of Wands was out here doing this foo-foo, this spell, wanted you gone. But oh, how the tables have turned. I'm literally going to get heartburn doing this reading. So that is your read. That's what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this. I wish you love and light. Take care.